What's up everyone, this is Saltech Blogger and here to do another phone review. So we're just gonna dive into this beastly phone, which is the Note 4. With its beautiful Quad HD display, Samsung kept true to the Note 3's design with that faux leather backing. Seems to replicate the Alpha design with its metal bezels, its chamfered edges, and the metal design fits in quite beautifully. So don't turn away from the Note 4 just due to its massive screen size. Just like its predecessor of the Note 3, the Note 4 comes with all the S Pen goodies like the air command, the memos, and its writing textures have even improved with sensitivity to get you that better touch and feel. But we'll get more into that later. Right now we're going to be focusing on the camera, the 16 megapixel Sony sensor. Yep, that's right, the Sony sensor, not the ISL Samsung sensor. So we're going to be doing a couple of daylight and nighttime shots with low light to somewhat get a better idea of how it performs in different lighting conditions. Samsung seems to have worked on their algorithms and color saturations in order for the camera to get better pictures and be less saturated than their predecessors like the S3, S4 that people had a lot of complaints about the colors not being true to its nature of how it actually looks in real life. And they seem to have done a pretty good job here with the Note 4 in replicating those colors pretty accurately. Here, for the low light test, we're going to be using a very simple, very affordable tripod for stability when we take the extreme low light conditions. The first part will be in hand. As you can see, it's just pretty straightforward, the bendable ones. And the picture in the back will be the standard. We're going to be comparing the M8, the Z1, and the Galaxy Note 4 in this comparison so that you get a rough idea on how these phones actually work. There will be two conditions, one with a lamp on, a single lamp in the room, and the second part will be all the lights off except for the computer screen in the back. And we made sure that we cleaned all the lenses off so that all of them have a fair go when taking the pictures in low light conditions. So we started off with the Note 4 naturally, and it captured detail really well. The light coming in is also really great. But for the Z1, the lighting conditions were pretty much ideal for, say, low light restaurant settings, and the detail seems to be a little lost somewhere in here. Not as good as the Note 4, and the HTC does a fair job in illuminating the scene, but again, it's restricted with that 4 megapixel or ultra pixel camera. Now for the extreme end. So all the lights are off. Again, starting with the Note 4, we can see that it tried it pretty well to capture whatever the small light coming from the laptop off the screen onto that picture pretty well. The details there, but not enough light was captured for us to visibly see a clear picture. Z1 tended to get more light in, but it had more artifacts and more noise levels than the Note 4. The M8, however, in auto mode did not do that well. It seemed to do almost as good as the Note 4, but we noticed that in manual mode, the HTC M8 is mind-blowing. We actually just changed the shutter speed to 4, the ISO to about 400, and the white balance to just below the maximum peak point right there. And the picture that came out was so shocking that we didn't actually believe it when we took it. Yep, what you're seeing right now is the actual photo. There is no light on in the room. It just looks like that's what it is, the light's on. But the shutter speed is what actually is the key that we figured out that actually caused that to take the photo. In the proof of the video, if you look in the top right hand corner, you'll actually see is a black screen, but in the corner you'll see how the picture is illuminated. The other manual modes for the Note 4 and the Z1 didn't do as well. They actually took better pictures in their standard automatic settings, so we didn't bother to show those pictures since they were worse. As for the Note 4 and its gimmicks with its S Pen and its great screen, We think that it is an above average camera when it's taking shots. It's low light conditions, depending on how much light there is, it will do a really good job. As for video quality, we have 4K videos shot, and they'll be in a link below in the description. There'll be a separate video. It did a pretty phenomenal job, so check those out. We have additional photos and videos in the links below for other videos, and please check it out. So hopefully this helped you gain a good idea of the Note 4 and its capabilities. So like and subscribe as usual, and stay tuned for the next one. Celtech Blogger out.